Hey everybody, I wanted to share something with you, those of you who are into this kind of thing and those who don't know you are but can resonate with this story. I wanted to share a beautiful miracle with you. And if you just keep your eyes right there and just listen to the story and it'll make more sense. But late 2018 is when I started this garden, the second time anyway, and it was because I was really dealing with some grief, and I planted tulip bulbs, and I planted the majority of them in pots, and I did just a couple in the ground because I'm not one of those planned gardeners. I just plant things where I think it'll be beautiful, and sometimes I have to move it around. But anyway, I planted them, and usually when you plant bulbs in the fall, you don't see anything for months and months and months. You have to just plant them and forget them. That's what you do. Plant stuff and forget it. Sow in the fall and you just move on doing your work, right? So anyway, I did that, and I had a beautiful harvest in springtime, and I'll share pictures with you of those tulips that bloomed, and I was crying every day even about them because I was just so proud of myself for being able to take those bulbs from bulb to bloom, and it represented all the hard work I had done emotionally and physically in the yard, right? And so anyway, as I was out here Monday, just taking care of the garden, enjoying my life back here, having my best life out here, I came over here to clean up a little bit of the weeds or whatever. Something, I thought that was that pink down here that I don't know what I thought it was, but when I got a little closer and I'm zoomed in, it's a tulip. And the reason why that is so special is because the ones in the pots bloomed, and I paid attention to them more because I could see them and they were in that pot. I had forgotten all about the ones in the ground. But the seasons in nature and God's word is true. When we sow, we don't get to know when we'll be blessed by the harvest. We don't know. And I know you don't think that one tulip is a harvest, but to me it is, because I planted in good faith, many bulbs, and not all of them, will bloom. But this is a year and a half later. It did not bloom for me last spring. And the ground that did not come up last year. I would have been so happy about it the way that I was about the ones in the pots. But this stayed underground because it was not ready. It was not time for me to have it. I feel like, and you can have your own feelings about it, it's my garden, it's my business, but I feel like God allows me to see things like this so that I can remember that even in the most unconventional times when things are not like how we want them to be, He will send small reminders that are very personal and that you will know were created just for you, to remind you that He has not forgotten you. He has not forgotten what you're doing. He has not forgotten His daughter or His son. And that tulip, baby, I cried many tears planting these tulips. Oh my God, I remember. And I remember submitting many prayers back here, many prayers while I was planting those bulbs. And that was a year and a half ago. And so please be encouraged. Those things you pray about, you may not see an answer or a fulfillment of that prayer and that request right away. But please know it's coming. If it's God's will, it's coming. And my tulip, my miracle, is proof of that. I hope y'all are blessed. Bye.